All right, let's imagine you wake up and before your feet even hit the floor, your chest already feels tight. Nothing has technically happened yet, no argument, no bad email, no emergency, but your body is acting like something is wrong. That right there is the difference we're talking about today. Okay, this episode is about regulation versus dysregulation, what they actually mean, how to spot the signs in real time, and how to start restoring balance without turning it into a self improvement project. So let's simplify this. So, regulation is when your nervous system can respond to life and then return to baseline. Baseline means your body feels relatively steady. No euphoric, no perfectly calm, just stable. You can think clearly, you can feel emotions without being swallowed by them, and you can also handle a stressor and then come back down. Now, this regulation is where your nervous system gets stuck. It doesn't return to baseline easily at all. It stays revved up, shut down, or swings between the two. Your your nervous system, especially the autonomic nervous system, runs survival patterns automatically. Autonomic means automatic. You don't consciously decide to go into fight, flight, freeze, or shutdown. Your body chooses based on perceived safety. Now, when you're regulated, stress feels proportional. If someone cuts you off in traffic, your heart might spike and you might feel annoyed, but within minutes, your body settles. You don't replay it in your mind for hours and you don't feel shaky all afternoon. So when you're dysregulated and in an activated state, the fight or flight, you might notice racing thoughts, irritability, urgency, shallow breathing, tight shoulders, jaw clenching, trouble sleeping, over explaining yourself, or feeling like everything is a problem that must be solved immediately. So both are dysregulation. One is wired and one is offline. So here's the important part. Dysregulation is not a personality flaw. It's not a weakness. It's not lack of discipline. It's a nervous system that perceives threat. Sometimes because of past experiences, chronic stress, burnout, or just emotional overload, period. Regulation, on the other hand, feels surprisingly ordinary. You can pause before reacting. You can tolerate discomfort without spiraling. And you can say no without your heart pounding out of your chest. You can rest without scanning for danger. Now, one subtle sign of regulation that people overlook is flexibility. You can shift states. You can be productive and then relax. You can be serious and then playful. Dysregulation tends to feel rigid. You're stuck in one gear. If this kind of breakdown helps you to understand your internal patterns more clearly, please make sure you're subscribed so that you don't miss the next episodes. We're building understanding piece by piece, not hype by hype. So let's talk about spotting this in real time. Ask yourself, is my reaction proportional to what's happening right now? Not what's happened 10 years ago or not what might happen next week, but right now. If your body feels like it's reacting to a five-alarm fire, but the situation is a candle, honey, that's dysregulation. Another clue is recovery time. You know, re- Regulated systems recover faster. Dysregulated systems linger. If a small comment ruins your entire day and your body won't settle, that's information. Also, pay attention to your breathing. Regulation often comes with slower, fuller breaths. Dysregulation often brings shallow chest breathing or breath holding. Your breath is like a live dashboard reading of your nervous system. So, how can we restore balance faster? Well, you don't argue with the state, you don't shame it, you don't force positivity, and you don't cause yourself shame. You work with your body. If you're activated, slow and lengthen your exhale. The exhale stimulates the parasympathetic response. That's the branch associated with calming and restoration. If you're shut down, you might need gentle activation instead, standing up, splashing cool water, stepping outside, or even just light movement to signal that you're safe. The goal is not a permanent calm because that's just absolutely not realistic. The goal is capacity, the ability to move through stress and come back. Regulation isn't the absence of stress, it's the resilience inside your body. And the more you learn to spot these clues, breathe, recovery time, proportional response, flexibility, the faster you can intervene gently instead of spiraling. Your nervous system is not trying to sabotage you at all, it's trying to protect you. Sometimes it just needs updated information that you're safe now. And that shift alone changes everything. Balance isn't something you achieve once, it's something you practice returning to. So, thank you for sharing this with me in this space. So, if any of this resonated, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. It helps us to keep getting this message out to folks that want to hear it like us.